Hey everyone, welcome back to Vegan Yak. I'm Walter, and have you ever said or thought, look, I don't have a problem with vegans, they can do what they want, it's just that eating animals is my personal choice. I mean, have you ever said that, or do you agree with it now? I mean, is eating animals your personal choice?
Yeah, that's what I think, so what?
Well, that's what we're gonna discuss, so chill out, Grandma. This is the third video in my series called Why You Are Not a Vegan, where I'm taking all of the common reasons that people give for not being vegan and seeing if they hold up, seeing if there's any merit to them. So make sure you subscribe to the channel down below and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with all the other excuse videos as they come out. Now, is eating animals a personal choice? Well, it's absolutely understandable that you would feel this way, and this is how I felt before I went vegan. Plenty other vegans have felt this way before too, so no judgment here. But what I and other vegans found and discovered after doing research and thinking about it is that eating animals is not really a personal choice, which I'll explain, and this reasoning really isn't a great justification for eating animals. Now, it's easy to assume that eating and your dietary choices are personal. I mean, after all, you're really only putting the food in your mouth. Usually.
Okay, eat your summer watermelon.
Oh, Grandma.
But just putting the food in our mouth isn't the whole picture. It isn't the entire process, it's just the very end of the process. In order for us to eat that meal, another living being has to be killed. I mean, there's nothing personal about that. The definition of personal is of, relating to, or coming as from a particular person, individual, private. When our actions affect another being, it's no longer personal. I mean, choosing if we wear red or blue pajamas to bed at night, that's a personal choice. But abusing dogs and killing them, that's not personal. And the same goes for farm animals. And that's not the end of it not being personal, because it affects more than the animals too. In order for that meal to end up on our plates, there has to be this supply chain in place, and there has to be workers in that supply chain. And there are many ways that animal agriculture negatively affects other human beings. As an example, slaughterhouse workers get PTSD from their work and have higher rates of suicide. People that live around slaughterhouses have higher rates of cancer and disease due to the waste. Eating plant-based could be a part of the solution to solving world hunger, unlike animal agriculture. Eating animals also contributes to our major health problems like heart disease, diabetes, and cancer, which also take a massive amount of resources to try to fight that could be used for other benefits to human beings. Our use and exploitation of animals causes pandemics, like the current one that we're in for coronavirus, and others like MERS, SARS, H1N1, bird flu, mad cow disease, Ebola, etc. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. There are so many ways that eating animals and animal agriculture negatively affects human beings, which means, again, it's absolutely not personal. Eating animals and the animal agriculture industry is also one of the worst things destroying our planet, which affects every living being, including humans, not only now, but for future generations, which again means it's not personal. Animal agriculture is the leading cause of species extinction, oceanic dead zones, plastic in the ocean, rainforest deforestation, uses 1/3 of our clean water supply, up to 45% of our ice-free land, and is one of the major contributors to greenhouse gases. I mean, just look at these stats of what you could save if you were vegan for even just 1 year. In just 1 year of being vegan, you could save over 400,000 gallons of water, almost 11,000 square feet of forest, 365 animal lives, 14,000 pounds of grain, and over 7,000 pounds of CO2. And that's just for you. Now imagine if that was multiplied by 7 billion people. The impact would be massive. In fact, the most recent study that came out of Oxford, which is the most comprehensive study ever done between farming and the environment, stated that we could reduce land use for farming by 75% and greenhouse gases from farming by 73% if everyone just switched to a plant-based diet. And that would positively affect all of us. So our dietary choices are not all that personal, but that's not actually the main problem that I have with this excuse. I mean, I felt the need to address the personal part of it, but really you can just take the word personal out and you can just say, it's my choice. And it is. And this is the part that I feel like isn't addressed oftentimes when it's brought up, but it is your choice. So what? I mean, first of all, we're agreeing that it is a choice. You could choose to be vegan. You could choose the life where you would cause less harm and suffering to animals, the environment, and other human beings. So why choose the alternative? But oftentimes what's really happening here is that the choice or the freedom to choose is being conflated with it being moral, and that isn't correct. Just because we have a choice doesn't mean it's a moral choice or a choice that would be in alignment with our own morals. A person smoking cigarettes in their own home is their choice, but what if they live with their spouse and a couple of kids and they continue to smoke around them? Well, not only would I argue that that's not personal, but if they're against harming other human beings, and we know what we do about secondhand smoke, I would argue that they're also not living in alignment with their morals either.
Could you maybe smoke outside, Grandma?
Look, I don't have a problem with non-smokers, but smoking's my personal choice.
Okay.
That choice then, according to their own beliefs, would be immoral. It doesn't matter that they have the choice to do it, and the same goes for any other moral issue. You know, killing people, kicking dogs, littering, being racist, sexist, homophobic, all of these things are choices that you can make, but just having the choice in itself, that doesn't make these choices moral. So the real question is, what is actually being said here when someone says it's their personal choice to eat animals? Because it sounds like they're saying they think it's morally okay to unnecessarily harm animals, that it's morally okay to unnecessarily harm other human beings, and that it's morally okay to unnecessarily contribute to the greater destruction of our planet, which is currently the only home that we have. Now, it is 100% someone's choice to have those morals or to take that position, although I think it would be an absurd position to take. But if that's how you feel and that's what you believe in, then let's talk about that. If you don't care about causing all of this unnecessary harm and damage to humans, animals, and the planet, then let's chat about it and see if that's what you really believe, because most times that's not the case. Now, if you're already against all of these things, then you already have vegan morals. You just might not be living in alignment with those morals yet. So why not just change? What's holding you back? I mean, why not go vegan and be a part of the solution to cause less animal suffering, less human suffering, and less environmental damage?
Fine, I'll quit smoking, I'll go vegan.
That's the spirit, Granny. You tell me, let me know in the comments down below if there's something else that's holding you back or preventing you from making these changes and living a vegan lifestyle. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and you can check out the rest of the videos in this series, Why You Are Not a Vegan, in this playlist here. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, remember to stop taking a look at what you can't do and start looking at what you can do. Thanks.